In this 3-minute game review, we're looking at Zor Pilgrimage of the Slorfs. So hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Zor Pilgrimage of the Slorfs is an early access turn-based tactical deck builder with survival elements, where you must lead two mystical creatures known as Slorfs through a beautiful but dangerous wilderness. The game has some really adorable and beautifully rendered visuals that give off some major 2000s Wild Things vibes. The game doesn't have much in the way of sound effects, but the subtle ambient sounds and a catchy if somewhat repetitive soundtrack gets the job done anyway. At its core, Zor Pilgrimage of the Slorfs is a turn-based tactical game where battles are fought over hexagonal tiles. You have to command your Slorfs to move across, attack enemies, and also harvest any necessary resources or food like sticks, rocks, fish, and mushrooms. The actions available are dictated by the cards that are drawn into your hand, and you must play these cards in order to get new ones. Most action cards have a food or water cost attached to them, and running out of food or water while executing an action means losing health, so you'll have to be mindful of your available resources while trying to win the battle. Between fights, you get to harvest any remaining resources on the map and make camp where you can use those resources to construct new camp upgrades that improve your survivability and resource generation. You can also craft new item cards or upgrade existing action cards to improve your chances in the next fight. Zor certainly is an attempt to innovate on the increasingly common tactical deck builder genre by implementing new and rather well executed survival resource management elements like food, water, and camp construction. And instead of being too overly ambitious and min-maxing your playthroughs, just like in most tactical deck builders, Zor's gameplay mechanics force the player to think carefully before making a move, as sometimes it may be better to play it safe rather than to push the boundaries. There currently isn't much of a story, but the setting and world building certainly grow on you. I get the impression that a longer and more complete campaign might be on the horizon, but there has yet to be any news on it. Genre mashups usually end up either really great or really terrible, and Zor, despite not being completely terrible, showcases some really interesting ideas and gameplay mechanics. The only downside, I would say, is the short length of the current campaign and pilgrimage modes. And the game also lacks any true replayability and new elements after each playthrough. That said, I am hopeful that the devs will continue to improve and build upon an already great base of gameplay mechanics. I would only recommend to wait for Zor Pilgrimage of the Slorfs to get more updates, unless you're a hardcore roguelike deck builder fan. If you're craving for more deck building or turn-based tactical games, check out our other videos. Otherwise, like and subscribe for more 3-minute game reviews.